In just over a week, I'm about to embark on the biggest road trip I've ever been on. And Lyndsay's not coming with me. Okay, I'll tell you more about the trip in a while, but first...
We've got to get the van ready. It's not that long since we were away in the van at several festivals, and I'd forgotten that we'd not completely emptied it. So before we can start bringing things in, I need to start taking things out. Boots and heavy coats, they're gone for the summer.
We won't need them.
Nope, we're going out with the winter bedding and in with the new cushions. We have some cream ones that we've had for years and years and years, and I decided now was the time to refresh. And if you don't know what a cushion is, it is a quilt that zips into a cushion. It's full size, perfect for one, and this is just the right level of snuggle. If I don't tell you where we buy things, we get a lot of questions in the comments. So sometimes we can come across as a little QVC, and I don't want to do this. Rest assured, these cushions and pretty much anything else you see in this vlog will be part of our Amazon store, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. Our kon-tiki 874 has got two lounges. We've got one at the front where we eat when it's raining, and one at the back. And this back lounge we've actually given over to whichever two boys we happen to have with us when we're traveling. Steve and I are both sat on sofas, but we always leave them as beds. We take these cushions off and leave them at home because it's just extra stuff to find space for when we're actually sleeping and traveling. I'm going to take the sheets, get them in the wash, and it's just reminded me I need to buy George a new bottom sheet. We did have 6 of these in here, but over the last couple of years, they've disappeared into the house and not come back. I love having a blanket on the sofa when I'm out there watching telly. Does anyone else do that? Are you warmer under a blanket? Even though it's warm, I just like to snuggle up. So rest assured, these aren't just going into landfill or anything. They will be in the house and they'll be used.
Right, whilst Lyndsay's on the inside sorting that out, I'm sorting out the garage and the outside. And I want to run through some of the equipment I'm taking with me. Electrical reels. I always take 2 of these, because believe it or not, sometimes I've been on a campsite and they've parked me that far away from the electric hookup. I've needed to use 2 of these. Another reason would be, we've tripped out the electric using our air conditioning and charging the batteries before, so I've run the aircon and the van on 2 different leads. So take 2 of these. And although you will find this type of socket on European campsites, it's not uncommon just to find the 2-pin ones there. So I always take an adapter. In fact, I'll take 2 adapters with me, again, just in case. And finally, on the electrics, I'll take a whole host of other adapters and cables to convert it to different sources, and so we can join the leads, and I even have one here that splits the bigger connection into 2 smaller ones, just in case. And as Lyndsay said, there'll be a link to these kind of things in the video description. You making lists?
Yes, I'm knee-high in lists. I've got a list of things that I've done but need to finish, and I've got a new list of things which includes the sheets, bringing in all the clothes. I've ordered 2 new laundry bags as well. We've got new toothbrushes, and I want to get one and put the magnet that it'll magnet it into the cabinet, so that when we're traveling it won't move, and then it won't get all scummy and horrible afterwards. So that's a clever thing. I need to order some Sol Bio because there was none at the Warner show last week. Matt had sold out. I also think we need some antibiotic stuff. I've gone through my medicine cabinet. We always have some of everything in the medicine cabinet, and we seem to be low on bite stuff. Oh, we also need Jodie, who works for us, to give us a letter giving us permission to take our van into Turkey.
And that leads me on to the point of insurance, because when we went to Morocco last year, we had 101 questions of how did you get insurance, who you insured with, was it fully comp, how much was it? Well, we are insured with Sterling Insurance, exactly the same people that insured us out in Morocco. But they've covered us in Turkey, and they've covered us for fully comprehensive insurance too. So they are very, very good. We will leave a link in the description if you guys are interested in getting a quote and seeing if they're going to work for you. Because I think the border insurance you're going to get is only going to be third party. That's why we like to be fully comp when we go to these countries. So as I say, there's a link in the description for Sterling Insurance. I'd almost forgotten about this. I bought this recently. This is the new Karcher bucket. It pops up like that, it packs down to nothing, and it squirts water out like that. Now, it's not going to be anything like a jet wash, but I'm hoping it's going to be sufficient to give the motorhome a wash off when it's needed. And of course, it packs down really, really small. So I'll keep that in the garage. That's really handy.
Have you ever been all the way around Europe and got to the end and realised you've got something that you've carried all the way around and not eaten? I'm going to try and minimise that. So I'm just doing a bit of a stock take of what we have and what we're likely to eat. Because we eat differently in the summer. It's a lot of grilled meats and salads and breads and things. So I want to make sure we've got what we're going to eat, not just stuff that we're carrying around because it's winter food and we don't want winter food. Marmite. Summer, winter, spring, autumn, Marmite always comes with us. And it's a fresh one.
And I've just had a delivery. It's the new Insta360 Go 3S. So I've been dying to get my hands on that. That's come just in time to come away with me. Right, where are we going? Well, I'm going to Turkey. But it's not quite as simple as that, is it, Linz?
No, it's not. I had a revelation about 4 years ago that both the big boys would be finishing their exams at the same time, and I thought we'd have this wonderful, idyllic 3-month period where we can go off and travel as a family.
Right.
My plan was to off-roll George and just go and explore for 3 months.
That would have been really, really exciting.
It's not worked out like that, though.
No. So they've both finished school now. Well, Harry's finished school. Eddie's just got a few more days left. Then he's done.
And then he's done.
But Harry wanted to go to prom, didn't he?
He did, and he deserves to go to prom. He's worked so hard this year, and it is the very last thing he will do with this school because he starts a new school next year. So.
And prom is the day before they break up.
Yeah.
So that kind of scampered those plans.
Yeah.
But I had another great idea. You see, every time we go away on these trips, I say it's probably the last time Eddie's going to be coming away with us. He's 18 now. He ain't going to want to keep coming away with us. But he's going to come away with us probably one last time. So I thought, let's have a great boys' trip. And I'll tell you about that in just a moment. But first, let's pop to the range.
I love a trip to the range. We only need a sheet, but I love the camping section here. Fancy martini glasses.
We did need another blow-up mattress. You know, I lent that one out in it together and it had a hole in it, so I threw it away. So maybe we should get one of these, just for the boys to use in the water.
The boys have always taken the mick out of me because of my flyaways, but I found a smaller one. You put them on the table and they've got arms that spin round, and for some reason, I don't understand, it might be magic, it might be science, it keeps the flies away from your food. So we're going to have a couple of small ones.
And there's a small, lightweight, cheap version of our carpet we have outside, and it's down to $13.99.
Oh, I found toilet fluid as well, $6.99. I can't remember because we have Sol Bio, which I absolutely adore. But if you're stuck, I guess this is a great place to come.
You've got to love the range, haven't you?
God, I love it. It's so cheap.
Iceland in the range. You've just got to love the Cathedral City section, though, haven't you? That's my favourite.
And George has got a friend coming for dinner, so I need to rustle up something without kitchen still. 4 for £10 on the breaks. George and I and Eddie love cheese and onion pasties.
And the steak bakes.
And the steak bakes, or the corned beef bakes.
Ooh, one of each. Yeah, that'll do. How much do you spend?
£77. How's that possible?
You shouldn't take me to these
sheet.
places.
No, you're a nightmare. So my list is getting longer, not shorter. But that's okay, because we've got another week or so before Steve leaves. But I do need to decide what I'm doing about my clothes, because I've got 3 weeks where I'm here, where I'm going to want some of those clothes, especially as it looks like the weather forecast is perking up.
Right, so let me fill you in on them 3 weeks and the start of the plan of our road trip. Rather than wait until the boys finish school and Harry goes to his prom, me and Ed are going to jump in the van and hit the road. I figure, you know what, he's 18 now, have a blast with Dad. That's what we're going to do. So it's like Breaking Dad, is on the telly. So we are going to hit the Eurotunnel. End of June, and we're going to head straight over to Amsterdam, where I'm meeting up with a friend, Alan, and we're going to spend a week in Amsterdam. Should be fun. From there, we're going to make our way down to the Nürburgring. I'm going to try and get this motorhome on the Nürburgring. I know, mad as it sounds, I've always fancied it, so let's give it a go. Let's see if I can get in on the Nürburgring. Next, we're going to head to Prague. You know what? Having a good drink with Dad in Prague, I think that'd be great. He's 18 now. So yeah, we're going to do that. And there's a few challenges along the way I'd like to try and do. For instance, I've challenged us to see if we can get on one of them pedal bars, them bikes that people go around on their stag do's and what have you. See if we can jump on one of them for a pint. I don't know. Could be fun. There's a little campsite in Prague we stayed at just on the river. We're probably going to stay there again. And there we're heading down then. We're going to hit the road. I've got 3 weeks of drive in this thing. I'm going to head down to Bratislava. We're going to head to Budapest. We're going to drive the Transvan Garrison. You know what? Clarkson reckons it's the best driving road in the world, and it's the only European driving road that I haven't done. Did the big one. So I've been waiting to do the Transvan Garrison. So we're going to throw that one in the mix, hopefully, and then make our way down to Greece and then into Turkey, where Eddie's then on, I think, the 19th of July, he's going to jump on a plane and fly to Hong Kong, whilst Lyndsay and the boys fly into Istanbul.
So now you understand why I don't know which clothes to pack and which clothes to leave. 3 weeks is a long time to only have 2 t-shirts or something. So I've got to make that decision, and so do the boys as well.
I'm going to get a drink. Tell them about your new folder.
The washing is outside drying, and thank goodness it's a lovely day. And I'm waiting for some deliveries, so I'm kind of in limbo at the moment. So, like Steve says, I'll take you through my new folder. In this, if you've been with the channel long, you will know I carry copyments. I carry hard copies of every document. That's what a copyment is. In here we have our V5Cs. Now this is important. This is the ownership of this vehicle. Ours is a business vehicle. This is our job, so it's been bought by the business. So I also need to do a letter of authorization. I will get Jodie, who's in the office, to sign it to say that we have permission to take our vehicle into Turkey. Oh, bureaucracy at its best. I've got beam benders in here as well. I also have all of our insurance documentations. Now, we have a family health care and travel policy that covers us all. Eddie, for his 18th birthday, I got him an annual everywhere all around the world policy as well, so he is fully covered. That is in addition to the insurance that Sterling provide for the vehicle, so that's separate. We need to look at breakdown cover because we haven't set that up yet, and I think I'll probably just talk to Sterling and see if that's something that we can buy from them. I'll also put our G-HIT cards in here. They're really important because they're a little card. They're a document that allow us to have access to healthcare whenever we're in Europe. It's at the same level as locals. So in some countries we may still have to pay more, and in other countries it will be completely free. It depends on the local system, but they need to go in here. So I'm making a note to find that as well. G-HIC. I also have, and this is probably overkill, that's just the way my brain works, the paperwork for when we applied for the Kirit Air, the clean air stickers for both France and Germany. I've got the paperwork for that, and on my list again this week is to just check all the other countries around to see if we need to get any more clean air certificates.
Hey, this new camera is awesome, Bina. Look at this. Hey?
All right.
You're going to be having to play with this.
Okay. Fabulous. What else have I got in here? I think that's everything for now. Something else that is a bit more of an admin task as well is our Angles Mort stickers. We've been in touch with Jodie. She's printed them off. We just need to go and collect them and put them on the van. And then I think...
Which reminds me, if you guys are going over to Europe and you need Angles Morts, get in touch with the office 01908 378882 or email them sales@yowza.co.uk or head to the website www.yowza.co.uk.
If you are not sure if you need an Angles Mort certificate or not, double check online, but it's generally anything over 3.5 ton.
Yep,
in France needs a sticker.
But they look ugly as well, so we do magnetic ones for the front doors so you can take them off once you're out of France.
They may be ugly, but they're there for a reason. Do you know what Angles Mort means, love?
No.
It's death angle. It's the angle at which death happens because they can't see you.
It's meant to be putting them where your blind spots are, right?
Yeah.
I haven't got any blind spots.
No?
No, but I've still got to put them.
Because you've got the camera. Yes. Anyway. There you go.
Look, there was a lot of comments in the last video about how fast I was speaking, right?
I had already put those comments to Steve when I came in and saw him doing it, and also when I watched the video.
Look, I don't read much, and I was reading a script. See, I got this new gadget. I got the new Padcaster, and I'd written it up on my phone, and I was reading it. And because I read really fast, it came across really fast. So I'm so sorry about that. But that's why I was talking really fast.
Yes.
You know, in the future, I'll just make it up as I go along like we normally do, you know. But if it's just a new gadget I was having a go at, but it clearly didn't work, so I'm sorry about that.
And last week's video was a lot of information as well, and you wanted to make sure that he got the information out right, in the right order.
That's why I wrote it down.
Took you on the journey with you. Yeah.
Yes. But another thing I'm taking with us on the trip is my new Kali OBD. It is fantastic. And whilst Phil was here last week fitting the MPPC controller and the Starlink on the roof, this little thing came in really, really handy. When Phil was done and we were saying our goodbyes and he started his van, the engine warning management light came on. So I gave Phil a Kali. He plugged it into the ODB port under the dash and he chose his vehicle from the app and connected to the van. You see, Kali's a jump up from the cheap generic scanners bought online. They provide manufacturer level diagnostics, the same as a franchise main dealer would.
So it's done a scan and it's coming up saying that there's 2 engine issues at the moment. So that one's not really a problem. That's just a data error in the van and that'll clear. But this one is the one that's just occurred on the way down, and it's the EGR system insufficient flow.
Generic scanners give you access to around 1,000 generic OBD codes, and they cover all van makers globally, but manufacturer level diagnostics have over 150,000 codes available, and they add more constantly. With Kali updates, they're all included free.
Now let me see what happens if I clear that. That's it, it's cleared it. So
Oh,
let me
fantastic.
start the engine. And it's gone.
Ah, and the engine management light's gone.
It's gone.
Kali takes complex jargon and makes it understandable for all van owners, regardless of mechanical knowledge. Wonderful.
Thanks for that. At
No
least I
problem.
know exactly what it is without having to pay some 90 quid further
For
diagnosis.
it. It's handy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
great.
going to take this away on our travels with us. Brilliant. Kali can save van owners thousands on repairs. It's a workshop diagnostic tool designed for everyone. You'll also have access to a used vehicle check, and that checks the mileage of recorded on ECUs and gateway control units in the car. So if you guys want to give Kali a go, use the link in the description and our code RADFORDS and you'll get a 15% discount. I'm just happy to have a mobile mechanic to hand on our road trips with us. And hopefully I didn't read that too fast for you.
So we did these yesterday because we've got a fiddly little area that's not much use. It's a really difficult area to... This is a really difficult box as well. We've got this fiddly little corner that's really hard to store anything in because it's just a bit of a useless space.
So Lynn's found these little things. These are wine racks and they're stackable.
Yes.
And we've put them in the cupboard here. Look. I'm going to have to double side it, I think, to this side here to stop it rattling around. But then we can get 8 bottles in here. Perfect. And you've got some laundry baskets.
Some laundry baskets, but I'm looking at so many. I want 2 side by side that can also be bags. I want a lights and a darks because you can get to the washing machine and not know whether you've got enough of anything. So I quite fancied 2, and it's just 5 centimetres too big each.
Oh.
To fit where we need to go.
To fit in the shower. Okay, they got to go back.
These flyaways are definitely an upgrade. They're big as we need them to be, and then they pack down to nothing for storage. The sheets are all washed, including George's brand new sheet, so I don't think I'm actually going to put them on tonight. I'm just going to put them out here and come back and tackle it a bit more tomorrow. So when the boys and I arrive in Istanbul, we are probably going to Uber or taxi to wherever Steve has got a park up.
I'm going to find a park. It's late. She's getting in late. So I'm going to find a park up right near the airport. And then, yeah, she can jump in an Uber, find me, and then we're going to go and explore in Turkey for around about a month.
Yeah, we think there's a lot of things to see and a lot of ground to cover. So I think we're going to have a pretty good Roman Radford adventure.
Yes. Again, nothing's booked, but lots and lots is planned.
Yeah.
Including, in fact, I bumped into a subscriber at the Camp Van Camp Out. And he said, "You going to Turkey? I've got a villa out there. Come and use it. I've got a big pool." I said, "I'm coming to use it." He said, "You do that." So watch this space for that one.
I'm really excited to go to Cappadocia and see the hot air balloons and also the underground city near there as well. I think that's going to be incredible.
So let us know in the comments if there's anywhere we must visit in Turkey, and we'll try and make that happen. But whilst we're having fun in Turkey, Eddie's going to do 2 weeks in Hong Kong with a friend. He's then flying out to Thailand. He's going to do a week in Thailand. Then he's going to make his way to Malaysia.
Yep.
And then after another week there, he's going to fly back into Istanbul, where we're going to scoop him up. And then we're going to make our way back up Europe, probably in around 10 days.
We're hoping to track in as many of the Eastern European countries that we've not managed to visit yet. There's quite a few on that area that we'd like to go, and there's a lot that we'd like to see.
Poland, for one. We've never done Poland.
But we're massively running out of time, because we do have a time date, because we are then heading to Dusseldorf and Caravan Salon.
Again, we haven't been for a few years, but we're going to meet up with some friends at Caravan Salon.
Yeah.
Do that and then get back into the UK around the 1st of September. So what a journey this is going to be.
Yeah.
The biggest road trip we've ever done. I'm excited, but a little anxious as well, especially because I'm doing the first 3 weeks without my partner in crime.
Yeah.
So there it is, guys. Like I said, if there's anywhere you recommend we should visit while we're in Turkey, let us know in the comments. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of this. Guys, I hope you liked the video, and if you have, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.